Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 150. Again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin with me, Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, the commercial finance experts. In this bulletin, Barclays launches new borrowing mobile app, latest small business borrowing figures, and borrowing from family and friends. Let's start this bulletin by taking a look at the launch of a new mobile app by Barclays Bank designed to help its small business customers access finance quicker and easier. Now, Barclays has done a survey amongst its small business owners, and they found out that 30% of small businesses said they did not want to apply for money even though they knew it could help fuel growth. Now, one of the reasons why they don't want to apply is they think it could take anything up to 5 weeks in order to access the money. That's far too long for many business owners. So Barclays has now launched a new mobile borrowing app whereby businesses who are banking with them can apply for loans and overdrafts up to £25,000 via the app, and assuming everything checks out, would be able to have access to the money within 1 hour. Yeah, most of them, our clients will be pre-approved, and so if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to access cash very, very quickly. Now, Barclays reckoned through being able to leverage this cash and get money out into the economy that by 2021, they think it'll boost the SME growth by about £34 billion and create 194,000 jobs. But obviously, Barclays here are really answering the call of the competition about getting access to finance, make it much, much quicker, like the peer-to-peer lending platforms are doing. So well done to Barclays for launching this new initiative. And if you are a Barclays customer, obviously you need to be banking via their mobile app. So just go along to the Barclays website or speak to your relationship manager in order to find out more. Let's move on to our monthly look at how banks are doing in terms of supporting small businesses when it comes to borrowing money. The latest statistics have come out from the Bank of England as at the end of November 2016. Now, for all businesses, that's both large and small, there's been a net reduction in the total amount that banks have currently outstanding to businesses. That's a fall of about £800 million. Now, what that means is that despite new loans and overdrafts being given, small businesses and businesses generally have repaid more than has been given out. Now, this fall of 800 million in November compares to an average monthly increase of about 1.7 billion. So you can see there's been a bit of a contraction. However, over 12 months, there has been a growth of 3.1% in the total amount of money currently outstanding to businesses. Now, what about small businesses? Well, for once, small businesses have fared better than their larger counterparts. And in the month of November, we've seen that banks have actually lent a net increase of £100 million. But that does compare quite poorly to the average monthly increase over the last 6 months of about 300 million. But still, a net positive drawdown by small businesses when it comes to borrowing money. Overall, small businesses on the 12-month basis have seen their lending increase by about 1.6%. So, a much smaller growth rate than overall in larger businesses are taken into account, but still growth. So what's the message there? Well, we have a little bit of an increase in November, but it's very clear that the enthusiasm to borrow money perhaps is beginning to wane a little bit. And as I record this beginning of January 2017, it'll be interesting to see how businesses fare as regards appetite to borrow over the next couple of months as we start exiting into the whole Brexit negotiation. So some good messages coming out there that there is a borrowing happening for small businesses, but demand appears to be a little bit tempered. One source of finance which is never officially tracked through the economy is how much money is being lent by family and friends to individuals or business owners. Now, amongst business owners, borrowing money from family and friends, otherwise known as the 3 Fs, as friends, families and fools, is quite popular. The reason being, it's simple, it's quick. No business plans, no financial forecast to prepare. Very quick and easy. But how big is the market and what are the issues around this? Well, a soon-to-be-launched peer-to-peer platform called Flender has done some research, and they found out that 74% of people have said over the last 12 months they have lent money to family and friends. 4% of them said they've actually lent more than £5,000, so not a small sum. But here's the rub. Of that latter group, 42% of them said they'd never seen the money back. And that's one of the problems, of course, with borrowing from family and friends. It can damage your relationship. And in fact, Flender have found that of the people who have lent the money, 23% of them have said it did ultimately damage the relationship. So how can you help make this much more formal? Well, Flender will be launching very soon a new peer-to-peer platform, which will act as a middleman to bring some rigour and some structure to this informal lending and borrowing between family and friends. They will allow you, for example, not to charge interest rates. It's up to you. If you want to lend it for free, you can. You can put an interest rate on it, but what it does, it just puts a bit of formality around it and makes it a much more structured loan agreement, which is very much a very, very good thing in order to avoid this relationship fallout. So if you want to know more about that, and keep an eye out for when Flender launches, just go along to their website, which is Flender, which is FLENDER.co.uk. A great initiative and certainly one to watch. Well, that's it for this bulletin, and thanks again for being with me. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give us a like and a share. If you're watching the video version, don't forget you can also download the podcast version, available via SoundCloud, iTunes and Stitcher. And if you are on the podcast version, pop along to my YouTube channel. Just go along to YouTube and search for Rob Warlow. Well, that's it for this bulletin. Thanks very much again. Have a great, successful and profitable week, and I look forward to being with you again next time. Bye-bye now.